everything is true. But what it don't get, I can't use. I need money. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Okay, welcome back to the MBH podcast, Money Buys Happiness. Another episode, myself, Anthony Estrella, my co-host, Ernesto Gaita, and we have a new guest today, Marino Scopoletti.
How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Good. Yourself?
I'm pretty good. I'm not too bad.
Listen, we just, when we start, we always try to get an intro.
Yep.
Kind of maybe just letting the viewers or listeners know who you are, what you do, your business background, and we can kind of go from there.
Yeah, for sure. So my name is Marino Scopoletti. I'm a partner in SunnyLea Homes. We are a home renovation company. We specialize in home renovations, custom homes, additions, and et cetera. And yeah, it's been good. It's been quite busy. We've been fortunate, and it's been
dope.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. We've done some work with you, and we still continue to do work with you.
Absolutely.
So it's been good on that side, but I'll let us get into it.
I kind of want to just get into a little bit on your background and how you started with SunnyLea Homes.
Yeah.
I know obviously that it's a family-run business, but if you can get into that a little bit, because we're going to ask some questions on family-run businesses as well.
Yeah, for sure. So my dad has been in the industry, home renovation industry, for about 35 years. It's been a long time. Wow. And my grandfather started a company way back in 1975 called Care Home Improvements.
I remember that one. Yeah. That was before.
Yeah, it was a little bit before. Yeah.
So before the rebrand.
Exactly, the rebrand. So that was growing up. My dad was a partner with my uncle, and they grew up as partners together. And it's home renovations. The entire industry has been in my life the entire time. So it's always been like in elementary school, I would deliver flyers, deliver flyers to doors.
Really?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'd make flyers, and I'd solicit to just neighbors in the neighborhood that we're working in, right?
Absolutely.
Letting them know that we're here and whatnot. And through high school, as I get a little bit older, I would get into on the work side in terms of I would be on demo jobs. I started from the bottom.
Cool.
Garbage cleanups, demo.
There you go.
Started getting experience, knowing all of our guys, getting a nice relationship with everyone, which has been great. And so it's been my life the whole time. And we have now ventured rebranded, but it's been, with having experience in the past, it's been really good. I've been very fortunate to have someone like my dad to grow with me and help me rebrand into a different company from the ground up again. It's been good. Yeah.
So in terms of the business itself, what would you say your role is for the company? And how you kind of got that role? What did you do? Did you shadow your dad? Stuff like that.
Yeah, so exactly. So right now my role in the company is a partner, but the way me and my dad, we've structured our company is we will sell you the job, and we will project manage the job. So, and we will do the business administration part as well. So we will cover all aspects.
Yeah, the management of the whole job.
Yeah, because as you know, there's the two separate sides of business. There's the actual work, and then you got the business, which is two separate. Yeah. It's very, very different. But having that experience in both fields, it helps, because being grown up in the industry, it helps with the business.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
Knowing what you're talking about on the sales end, and then transmitting that into a business administrative perspective, it helps when all you've done is being an expert in that field, and it just lets everything else flow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
It's cool. In terms of, I want to talk more about a family-run company, because I think a lot of people are in that same position.
Yep.
And they're wondering what to do because a lot of the time it's like you feel pressured and you don't even know if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Right. But your industry is cool. I really like your industry, and I don't think it's a boring one or anything like that. You get to talk to a lot of people, meet people, and do a lot of cool jobs. But for someone that is in, let's say, that transition of deciding whether they're going to do their own thing, get another job, focus on what they did in school, or are they going to their dad's company, their grandfather's company, their mom's company? You see what I'm saying? What advice do you give someone that's in that position?
The advice I'd give, because I've been in that exact position where I didn't want to have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
And the advice I'd give is because you look and you see your family doing something and you because it's been around you, you have that idea where like, oh, maybe I don't want to do that. I want to do something else. I want to do my own thing. I want to put my name on something else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like growing up, I just, being in university, I had no idea. I went to York and I went to, I have a degree in economics, Bachelor of Arts, but specialized in economics. And knowing that maybe like I could do something else. Or I went into York as an undecided major. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I just thought I go to school, figure out what I want, and then go from there and then see what happens.
See what you like and see what the opportunities, see what you have going for you, right?
So then when was the moment, or you know what, actually, how many things did you try before, how many things did you try before you ended up where you are now working in the family business, and maybe break down what those things were? Yeah.
So first thing I really wanted to try out is, so a long time ago, 2010, I tore my ACL. So I was in physio every day. And I was like, oh, I really like this. I like this atmosphere. I like this facility. So I wanted to get into kin. So I wanted to get into kin. So I liked the idea of that. And then I wanted to, but my dad was pressuring me, you got to do engineering because it helps coincide all this kind of stuff. But,
civil engineering.
But I didn't know what I really wanted, because I just figured I'm just trying to like seeing what other people do and how they're succeeding, and maybe I can be, I could grow in that industry, or any specific industry. It doesn't have to be the physio one, but it's like, for example, for anyone that's looking into trying stuff, like, you will know. You will know what it is when you're trying stuff out. Coming from someone who's done it before, who's tried to do it. And the changing moment was, I'll never forget this. I was on the beach I was on family vacation, and one of my best friends was with me, and he was talking to my parents and like what I wanted to do, because he knew that I wanted to like
try your own things.
Try out things and not really know what I wanted. So he was talking to my parents about like, and they were trying to tell me like more of like what the family business was about and stuff like that. And he came up to me and he was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. He's like, "What are you doing?" He's walking on I'll never forget this. He's like, "What are you doing? You have a great opportunity right in front of you. Like you should be taking advantage of this opportunity," because I've always had a fascination. Home renovations, design, housing development.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
real estate. Like
you touched upon real estate too. You were in real estate for a bit too, right?
So I've always had a fascinating on it, but it takes, what I would say is it takes an outside source, and maybe not from your family, to help you realize into something you truly want. And then once you have that click, you will instantly know that that's what you want to do. Yeah. But you won't know until you try stuff out. You know what I mean?
So I mean, like that's a huge thing. I mean, we preach that all the time, that just like people are always just like, I don't know what to do. I want to do something. I just don't know what it is. And you're giving them all these ideas, and you try this, and they're just like, they actually have to try it, and not just try it for a day or a week. No. You have to kind of go through it.
Commit something. You have to commit to something.
Right? Yeah, like, well, and that takes time too, because like there's a whole thing of like what we say to everybody is like, anyone who asks us is, like just go out and try shit, try new things, because it might take you trying 100 things until you really find what you love.
Exactly.
But at the same time, don't try things half-ass.
No.
If you're gonna do it, fully commit to it. Like you wanna, whatever you want to do, you want to be a fucking marathon runner. Don't run for fucking 2 days and be like, oh, I tried it and I didn't like it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. Bad example.
There could be that one moment where you finish that run, that 10K run, and you're like, holy fuck, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And it might have taken you 10 times. Right. And that's something where, even going back to like the family run business, is like, you're telling all these young people that don't know what to do to try things. Right. Yeah. But now, let's say your case, or even my case, for example, where my family came to me and they said, oh, it's nice that you're trying all these things, but look at what we have here.
Yeah.
Right. And like, it's tough because you don't want to, you have that pressure on you where it's like, if I just do this, it'd be so easy. Everything's so easy. Mm-hmm. Right. And what I did in my case is actually tried to go to work for my family. Mm-hmm. And the only thing I liked about it was being around my family.
Yeah.
Right. But other than that, I didn't like the industry. I didn't like the jobs I was doing. I didn't like the work. And it took me realizing, it took me working a year.
But that's actually committing. That's the
right.
thing.
And like, I'm working there for a year, and I'm just like, and the whole time I'm like, no, I got to stop now. And I'm like, let's just do it for a year, because then I feel like I'll know more about the decision I'm making. Like there's nothing I'm going to miss when I make this decision. Right. So, I think there's a lot of pressure when it comes to that, because your family's on you. They want you to make the right decision.
Yeah.
But I feel at the same time, a lot of them don't understand the kind of opportunities there are nowadays.
Exactly.
Right?
That too. Yeah, exactly.
So let's say you say no to going to partner with your dad and you tell him, hey, but I don't want to do this. I want to start a drop shipping company.
Yeah.
And he might look at you and be like, are you fucking kidding me? I just spent 30 years building this.
Yeah.
And you're going to turn around and build a business in 10 minutes and do that instead.
Yeah.
Right? But like, that's the kind of thing where people have to really understand themselves. And like you said, it's better to get an opinion from an outside source sometimes, because someone will be like, yeah, but do you like doing it? And then that question, you're just like, no.
Well, and in your case, it was really good because
Right?
it's somebody. It's like, you said it was a close friend of yours, and who knows your family, and so they understand the business too, and they're like, hey, listen, Marino.
It's tough because like the way I'm going to go back to my situation, and I was in a position where they were doing the same thing. Go to Ryerson, take engineering, because it'll help more when you go do this, right? And I was doing I did all of it. I did engineering for a year, and then I was like, no, that's not for me, right? Like, there's so many things you have to try. If I did engineering for 2 weeks, I would have never known if I liked it or not.
Yeah.
Right? But like, it's always just, you have to think about yourself. And the way I did it was I said, I don't want to disrespect my family and be there when I don't even want to be there. And my grandfathers created this from 40 years ago. Right? So it was that conversation where it's like, I have to do what's good for me. And at the beginning, a lot of people might say, yo, you're nuts.
Yeah, you're crazy. Yeah.
You're nuts. What are you doing? And your family might be the first people to say it.
Yeah.
Right? Or they're supporting you, whatever the case may be. You're going to have to do it on your own. You have to try new things and kind of break off into what you like. Like you said, you had a fascination for that. But then once you got involved in that industry, you're like, oh, boom, real estate too. Oh, boom, this. Oh, I can network. Oh, I can handle the marketing. I can focus on this. I can use my network to get more clients now. Instead of all the clients that my dad's brought over the 50 years.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a fresh slate right here, right?
But so the cool thing about going out and trying all these things, let's say it takes you trying 15 different career paths until you find the one that you love. You've met so many different types of people.
Yes.
That hopefully one day will need the service or the product or whatever it is that you end up deciding to follow as a career, whether you're selling things or offering a service or you work for a company, whatever the scenario is, and there's nothing wrong with either one. After trying 15 different things, you've met hundreds of thousands of people.
That's like when you kind of become, you take it away and you're like, I'm no longer a contractor.
Yeah.
But now I'm a businessman.
Yes,
exactly.
Right? So people won't look at you anymore and say, oh, there's Marino. Yeah, he has a construction company. No, it's just like, oh, Marino. Yeah, that guy does a bunch of shit. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing.
He's a businessman.
And that's because you took it in this generation. You said, let's rebrand, which is something I want to talk about too, the rebrand you did. But, and kind of took it that way. And nowadays, when someone has a business or a brand, they could do so much more than that.
Exactly.
Right? They could use that brand now to represent themselves or represent what they believe in and attach themselves to all these fucking things.
And the brand is attached to your name too.
Exactly.
Like it's all about your reputation.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's why I'm so fortunate that my dad is my mentor. I'm really fortunate to be able to have someone so close to me. I could follow. He's done everything in the correct steps.
Huge.
I've been able to shadow him and take his traits and add some of my own.
Yeah.
And he's taught me your name is your reputation.
Of course.
Yep.
When someone talks about Marino Scopoletti, what are they? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
for me, it's like not even like when someone asks that question, the goal should be not that they're saying, "Oh, Marino is in contracting."
Yeah.
That's how I know him. No, Marino's a sick guy. Marino's the best.
Yeah.
That's when you have like reoccurring clients and you get new clients.
Yes.
Right? Because people forget, people are always like, oh, how are we going to get more clients? And it's just like, yo, worry about the ones you have. So easy to sell to a client you already have than to sell to a new one.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But having that good reputation, it goes a mile, right? Because like in any business, of course, and when we're in marketing, we preach there's a million ways to market any type of business. But at the end of the day, the best like leads, if you want to put it that way, are the ones that come from people you've already done work for.
Exactly, and referrals.
So referrals. So if they're leaving with a good taste, you're good. You know that whoever they speak to who might need your service or product or whatever it's almost a guaranteed sell, because it's like, oh, that came from John, and John just said amazing things about Marino and his company. So there's I trust John, so I trust Marino now.
Because John's name is on a reputation because I'm referring you to this person.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you got to look at it too, like the amount of trust, let's say, me or him have with you, to the point where it's like, if we have a job to do, we'll just call you. I don't care about the job. We're just calling you because we trust you.
Yeah.
You already won us over by us trusting you.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's an important piece that people look past. They're always just like so worried about their service your service can only be so good. Like it'll hit a top where it's like, I can't make this service better than what it is. But what can you make better? Yourself and the experience someone has with you, right? So all these people that we work with, and I'm sure you work with, and a lot of industries work with, they have clients because those clients just like working with them.
Exactly.
They're not worried about the service. They sit down with you, they say, oh, so how's the family? Oh, this is a messed up time right now, this and that. Okay, where do I sign? And you don't even talk about the service.
I was about to say, and they're not so worried about the price because they're like, fuck it, I know I'm getting it.
It's that trust already where it's like, I know he's giving me the best he can give.
Yes, exactly.
Because we have that trust. And something I want to touch upon with that trust, which goes back to the rebrand, is that people will come to us and say, oh, well, people trust you obviously because they see you out and you're out and you're helping them. And you can build trust with someone just online. You don't even have to you don't have to meet this person in your life. If you have a brand that represents you, and now that brand has that tone that you want it to have and represents you, you can build trust with someone online.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Which is huge.
100%.
People look past that because they're always just like, oh, but I don't know that many people. Okay, so know them. Get out there. And you can get out there with your phone. Everyone in the world is on your phone.
Yeah.
So get out there. People just they're just scared to take that step and they don't know if it actually works. And they don't want to put themselves out there because once you put yourself out there, that's when people start judging you.
Yeah.
And then that's when people are like, no, I can't do it. I don't want no one judging me. No one judge me, please. I'm not going to say nothing about my business, myself. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares, right? Like the more you resonate with someone and you're similar with them, that's the trust factor.
100%.
Right? Then the services and all that stuff, that comes after, right? And then usually they if it's a service that's 80%, let's say you're offering a service, okay? And it's not as good as your competition for some reason.
Right.
I'll still pick you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll still pick you because that's just that's how people think.
Exactly.
I don't want to sit down with someone I don't know and talk about this and like I don't feel comfortable with talking prices and this and that. I can't be myself around this person. So going back to it, because I just went on a rant, the rebrand you did, which was very recent too.
Yeah, you're about coming in on a year now.
So what initiated the rebrand and why did you think that was important?
So for me, growing up and kind of going into the company, so I would start from the bottom. My dad's taught me this. You got to earn everything. Everything you get is from earning. You're not getting given anything.
Nothing's free. Nothing's free.
You appreciate that after the fact. When I'm picking up garbage and stuff like that from all these job sites, I'm like, this is come on, like this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's just instilling it in your mind. It's just repeating, and like you will trust me, this is the right path. So after picking up garbage, then okay, now I'm upgrading I'm doing demo jobs.
Yeah.
I'm demoing the job. Like we got a job, Marino and whoever, demo the job. Do the demo job. Okay. That's fine. Then you go up. Okay, now for 2 years, I'm gonna be a laborer. I'm gonna frame. I'm gonna tile. I'm gonna do all this stuff. So it's and I'm working through the ranks of
each aspect. Because if you one day you're owning it now, everyone from cleaning the garbage to the quoting.
Yeah.
And let's say you have to hire someone to do all that now. You know how to do it, and they can't tell you wrong. You're gonna say, no, I know you can pick up the garbage that way because I did it.
Yeah.
And
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what not too is that the people working around you, they look how hard this person has worked.
Yeah.
This guy didn't.
Especially in a family-run business.
Exactly. You're not skipping things for no reason. I wouldn't be here where I am because I got it handed to me. It's because I know I can do this job and I know I can deliver and I know I have the experience and my background from day one that what I'm doing is the correct path. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So the reason why I wanted to get into a rebrand is because as I'm going up, I'm kind of getting into the administrative part after
labor
doing
and
the labor and all that stuff. I kind of wanted to get more of a say. Yeah. So my dad and my uncle were partners, and I wanted I want to be hired, and it's hard to have too many cooks in one kitchen because then it's crazy.
Yeah, everyone has their own opinions.
Yeah, everyone has their own opinions. So I went to my dad and I told him about this. I'm like, hey, like I want to do my own thing. And he's like, yeah, completely understand. I'm fortunate enough for him to come on board with me. So now we're partners. So so the other company is its own company, and we have now branched off into another. And in a sense, it's an exciting challenge where you're starting from, okay, I gotta rebrand. I need a logo. I need colors. I need all this stuff.
You're building
my marketing. I need to do all this stuff. No one knows who SunnyLea Homes is now, right?
Yeah.
Like now people the only people who know who SunnyLea Homes are the people who've worked with us in the past. Hey, I know Gino. I know Marino.
Yeah.
I'm following him.
Yeah.
I'm following him because I know. I don't care about the name. I don't care about the name. I care about the people behind the name.
Yeah.
And that's where I go
Absolutely.
back with reputation.
Yeah.
It comes down with your name and what comes with your name.
Yeah.
What comes on your phone. I call a guy for an emergency electrical problem. They're answering their phone because Marino knows he's the guy to answer the phone.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna answer this guy's phone because I trust him. I will meet him at the job and do all this stuff.
And you built that respect. So he's like, there's no
100%.
way I'm not answering this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I don't know if you want to touch upon that.
No. I mean, you know, the rebrand, from a marketing perspective, it looks great. You guys did an awesome job. I don't know who did it for you, but they did a great job. So
my girlfriend, shout out. Paulina.
unreal.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, she's
In-house. We keep it in-house.
Great job. Yeah, super dope. And I mean, you know, branching off from the, you know, a rebrand is only so much. A new logo, the colors, this and that. It's all good, but you know, how do you now execute with that? And I think you guys are definitely on the right path, right? You guys got your social media running.
Yeah.
Something that a lot of people in your business, in construction, maybe don't think is necessary, or they're just older, they don't understand how important it is, but you guys have said, fuck it, like we're going right in.
Yep.
And that's amazing. You guys have done a great job. So, I mean, maybe getting more into the social media side of things. When did you realize it was important? And then kind of what steps did you take, you know, as a contractor, developer, you know, just the construction side of things? When did you realize, hey, my construction business will thrive online, will thrive on something like Instagram? And then kind of what were the steps did you take to be like, yeah, okay, cool, now I'm going to execute on that?
So it was more so for me, I always knew, because I'm a millennial, I have Instagram, I know, and I see everything, I know how everything's going on Instagram. It's more kind of relaying that to my partner now, who's my dad, showing him the importance of Instagram and why we need this, why we need to showcase our work. And who knows? We stand by our work. So so showcase it, show how beautiful our work is.
I remember having a conversation with you. That was a while ago.
A while ago.
Yeah, that might have been like 8 months ago.
Yeah, time flies, eh?
Yeah, and we were just kind of just chilling out and talking about it, right? And you were telling me how you were planning to rebrand and you were in the midst of it too, and the importance of it, right? Like you see it too. So that's the difference. Like you personally see it. When you're on Instagram, you see what's going on, right? You see how people are promoting their brands, engaging with people. Someone older might not know because
100%.
they're not actually doing it themselves, right? So it's kind of, that's a big challenge when you have a partner like that who's a little bit old school mentality. Yeah. Right. And it's cool because like
I completely understand it too.
Of course.
100%.
Makes sense.
Right. It's not their fault. It takes a lot of time to understand the technology that's happening nowadays, and social media changes every day where they don't care to know. Now imagine you weren't his partner.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't have taken that step.
No, exactly.
But the thing is, back in the day, you were saying that you were going and you were handing out the flyers, door to door and stuff, which was the old way of doing it in that business, in that type of business. But, you know, on the flip side, your dad's lucky to have a guy like you to understand, like, hey, now we need to start getting into the new way of marketing it. And construction isn't just putting a sign where you're doing your job and handing out some flyers in the area anymore. Yeah. It's bigger than that, right? And I don't know, maybe you can give us some insight on it. Like, because you guys have hopped on there, you know, have you been able to find business off Instagram? Like, has that brought business to you guys?
It's been good with networking with other suppliers.
Okay, cool.
And hey, like, it's exchanging information.
Cool.
And we're still new. We're just fresh, brand new. So it's hard. It's hard to think. Yeah. So it's.
Well, you're saying new, but how long have you been on the ground for SunnyLea?
It's been about a year, almost a year.
And that's still new.
See, that's important that you said that that's new, because someone will start a social media now, and next month they'll look at it and they'll be like, I didn't get shit.
You can't expect this shit doesn't work. 1,000 followers overnight, right? Yeah. Like people don't know you on social media. They'll scroll through. Oh, I like this picture. I'll toss a like. Maybe I'll look at them next time. You know what I mean? So like, it's about consistency.
Absolutely.
If you're not consistent, people think you disappear just like that, because people like, oh, Joe's Homes is the new thing on social media now, because they're posting every day. They're doing this, and
well, you're just more relevant.
Why is that, right? Why? So people think SunnyLea Homes isn't on social media anymore because we haven't posted in
that's it's sad, but that's the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And a lot of companies too, which we see, and I'm sure a lot of them still do this, but they'll just, let's do something for Instagram. We'll do a video.
Yeah.
We spend $3-4 grand on a video, and then they don't do anything for the next 6 months. And it's just like, okay, that video was cool for the first 2 days, and now everyone forgot about it after a week. Yeah. So consistency is so important, right? And I want to touch upon like the pros, especially in your industry and your company, especially of having a strong social presence, right? One of the things we went over when we talked way back was that you guys do work for Property Brothers and fucking home design shows on HGTV. Like you have to tell people that. Yeah. Right. And that's so important. A lot of companies we work with, they'll come to us and it's just like, you look at their portfolio and it's like, holy shit, damn. Yeah. And then you're like, okay, what's your website? They're like, we don't have one.
But it's like you guys, they work for these guys, and like no one knows that.
And then I remember telling them like, all that stuff won't even matter if you don't show people. Yeah. Because they won't know.
100%.
We literally do jobs so that we get content of the jobs. Mm-hmm. So we get another job.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
But
if we can't show people the stuff we're doing, they won't know what we're doing, who we're doing it with, and how impressive it is.
And how we do it, yeah.
And you just, what's the point of doing that now? You did that job, you got the money, and no one's gonna know. Yeah. Right. So that's a cool thing. Another thing in your industry, which is like same thing with homes and condos and stuff, is that it's very appealing to look at. Mm-hmm. So when you're looking at these homes that you finished, people are looking at them like, wow, that's nice. Right. It's not like you have a fucking online pylon store where you're selling pylons. You're like, fuck, how am I gonna make content of these pylons now? No, I'm serious.
I know, and you're right.
So for you, it's like, oh, this is easy. Take pictures of these beautiful homes. Yeah. Done. Right? But a lot of people kind of like won't look at the pros of doing it. They won't even look at their own industry. They'll just say, no, that's not gonna work for me. I know my clients. They don't do that. Well, yeah, you know your 20 clients, but do you want 2,000 clients? Yeah. That you don't know?
But it's also the thing of like, and especially in this industry is, we've cemented ourselves as one of the best contracting companies already, so we don't need to go out there and promote ourselves on Instagram because everyone already knows Joe's. Yeah, everyone already knows Joe's renovations. So we get all our work just because we've been doing it for 40 years. But it's like, hey, buddy, or no, that's not how it works. Because the next young group of contractors that are coming up, they're blasting social media and they're targeting the future clientele.
Yeah, the people our age who are buying homes and renovating them and getting offices and commercial,
making the decision of who they're going to use.
Exactly.
Off of that, being like, hey, I see SunnyLea Homes all the time on Instagram. They're posting constantly, so they must have a ton of work. Yeah. A ton of people trust them. So hey, the least I can do is reach out and get a quote type of thing, right?
Exactly.
And people are more comfortable to hit you in a DM.
Way more comfortable.
Than to find you on wherever they may find you and give you a call or come to you. They won't do that. Mm-hmm. People our age, they just want to message you. Yeah. Not talk to you, not see your face.
Get to the point.
Let's talk about it quick, okay? Then from a text, now we go to email. So we're still not. You see what I'm saying? Like it's all online anyways. Yeah. So it boggles my mind when I see, especially in your industry, contractors and stuff like that, that aren't taking advantage, that are our age. Yeah. It's like crazy because all these big companies that you look up to now, they don't have social media. No. Yeah. They don't have it. They don't have, they barely have a website.
The biggest companies in construction probably don't have social media, and if they do, it's brutal. Yeah. Like they're posting,
or it's just not consistent or whatever.
They're posting like stock photos of a guy with a hard hat on. You know what I mean? Being like, applied today to break concrete. Like, dude. What the fuck is that?
That as well. Like a lot of people think that in terms of the content that you're posting too, right? It has to be consistent, but it has to be valuable too.
Exactly. You have to have a nice aesthetic.
When I say post consistently, don't post the same table every day. Like no. There has to be that value added to that. And just because, let's say you're SunnyLea and you do contracting, there's no reason why you don't have to share content of other people or suppliers or brands or
show them out.
Exactly, because they'll do the same back to you.
Exactly.
There's no longer that world where everyone's competitive with each other. I think there is people that still are like that, and I used to be like that too. Maybe 5-6 years ago, people would ask me for advice, and I would just be like, "Nah, bro. Yeah. No, I'm not telling you nothing, bro. That's all me." Until you realize that there's 7 billion people in the world, and they're gonna find out anyway. So you might as well be the one to tell them.
Your cards aren't so close to your chest anymore.
That's what I'm saying, right? So it's better to just collaborate and share and work with each other.
Exactly.
Which is how we built this.
I have a question for you actually. What, we've been doing a lot of your video content now. Yeah. Anytime you guys finish a new job, we come in there, we get some sick video content.
But that goes to back, hey, you guys are doing it. Yeah, I know you guys do a fantastic job. I know that.
I appreciate it.
But seriously, like it goes back to where we talked about your name and how valuable your name is. Yep. Hey, I'm gonna call neighborhood because I know I'm going to get fantastic video content for all my stuff, my pictures and everything. And it's just, I don't need a company. I don't need to look. You know what I mean?
But even with that, like you decided to take that leap and spend money on your marketing.
Yeah.
A lot of people will just say, oh, okay, I got to make videos and I'll make my own videos. Or I'll tell my little cousin or my sister who could, like, would you tell your little cousin to like fucking help you out with demoing a place? No, it's just as important. Like, I'm serious. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, a lot of people will look at it and be like,
it's the same thing.
Marketing's so easy. Like, all you're doing is on your phone. Like, I'll get this intern to do it or something. Or I'll get this guy to do it.
Like what made you decide, to be like, hey, you know what? We're doing these crazy jobs. We're doing jobs for Property Brothers. Like, we need to document this. Mm-hmm. What made you be like, okay, instead of me just getting my iPhone and snapping some pics, because iPhones can take pretty good pics, being like, hey, let me get these guys in here to do this and get this professional content, whether it be video, photo, whatever it is.
It was with it's because of the problem. We're fortunate, 100% fortunate. We did 5 episodes of the Property Brothers, and
amazing.
You guys seen the jobs. You guys seen what they look like.
Yeah,
and
unreal.
It kind of clicked. I was like, my dad, like, hey, Dad, we need to take advantage of everything here because these episodes are going to be airing, and we gotta let everyone know because let everyone know SunnyLea Homes. We are affiliated with these guys.
It's huge.
These guys trust us with all of our work, and we have to let people know that because they don't know,
and people trust them.
Exactly, because everyone they go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're saying, "Oh, Property Brothers uses these guys," why the fuck am I not going to use it? Like
exactly.
That trust factor, you built it just from there, and the consistency part too is like, let's say you're posting every day, and you posted that Property Brothers one 2 weeks ago, okay, but you posted something today. Now someone's like, damn, I gotta check these guys out. This is sick.
Yeah.
Now they're on your page and they see your videos with the property, but now they start to see everything.
Now they open their eyes a bit.
Now you're like, okay, now when someone gets to that point, that's when all the content matters.
Yeah.
Because now they're there and you're like, oh fuck, I have this person's attention. My page better look good.
Yeah.
And I better put my point across right now that we're the shit.
Yeah.
Right? One video on your feed is not gonna do that.
Yeah.
It takes
20,
months,
30, 40, 50.
And you've been doing
it's consistency, exactly.
Yeah.
It's about consistency. And if you think your third post is gonna bang and then and that's not what's gonna happen. You gotta keep head down, keep doing it.
Yeah.
If you believe what you're doing, head
Invest
down and keep doing it.
Yeah. And there's another whole aspect to that too, and I think that it's kind of changed in the last couple of years where a lot of people, when Instagram first came out, this is my opinion completely, but a lot of people cared so much about the posts that they're doing and how many likes and how many comments and how many fucking people shared it and how many people messaged them about it, until people realize that attention is like 3 seconds and then it's gone. And then tomorrow you gotta post again.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
but
people started caring less. Like, there's still people that care so much about what they're posting.
Say, people fucking, dude.
But it's gone with the wind after a couple of days.
Yeah, but the thing is, there are statistics that from a business profile perspective that do matter. Impression, reach. Mm-hmm. You know, how many people have seen the post? Who gives a fuck if they liked it or not? They've seen it.
If you look at those analytics, you know what I mean? They'll always show you growth, impressions, reach. They'll never tell you how many likes you got.
Yeah.
In total, because it doesn't matter. They didn't tell you how many comments you got because it doesn't matter.
Dude, you're supposed to get 3 likes, but 50,000 people saw it. And that's what's important. Because you guys are a business, you're selling a service.
Yeah.
Who cares? They don't have to like it. If they liked it in their head, they liked it already. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to click the link to let you know, like, hey, I liked it.
Your index finger tapping the screen twice isn't going to deter.
But they saw it. And then the next day they saw your post, and the next day, and the next day. Now for the last 80 days, they've seen your post. And now 2 years later, 5 months later, they're like, oh shit, I need to reno my bathroom. Oh shit, I have a custom home to do. Oh my God, I keep seeing SunnyLea Homes. Let me hit those fucking guys up.
It comes back around.
It's all full circle, right?
It's
all full circle.
It's an underlying message in the back of your head because you're seeing the name everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah.
Like when you see the name everywhere and it's not good, you're gonna
of course, but that comes
get
with
annoyed by seeing them all the time.
That comes with the type of content now.
Exactly. So when you're producing quality content, and that's where it comes with paying upfront, knowing for a long-term solution, hey, I'm a contractor, I'm a businessman, I'm not a marketing expert.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let someone do the marketing.
Yeah.
It may cost a little bit upfront, but me looking at it as I'm paying upfront for a marketing expense where if I do this properly, I'm not gonna do it myself because I don't know what I physically don't know what I'm doing.
Well, the thing is, you don't want to spend your time on that, bro. It takes a lot of time.
No, exactly. And if I'm getting someone else professionally to do everything, marketing from a marketing perspective, I'm handling what I know what to do. I know how to sell a job. I know how to execute a job. I know how to capture the job. I know how to do all that stuff. But when I'm getting someone, a marketing team, to handle all of my stuff, so I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And I know it's being done professionally.
Yeah.
That upfront money is nothing compared to compared to your long term, because you're always thinking about long term.
Well, it's time and money, right?
Yeah.
And let me just pay someone who knows how to do that thing specifically right the first time, because I'm saving so much time. Because if now you have to take time out of your day when you already have a fuckload of shit to do to be like, hey, now I got to learn how to use a camera, edit properly, color grade, this, that, whatever. Yeah. Good luck. Now you've lost time on what really matters, your business, and you're trying to figure out how to use a video camera. And that doesn't make any sense, right?
It's the same.
Sleep. One thing we like, especially when we're meeting with like older clients or older potential clients, whatever, we always say to them like, they're like, oh, but like, I could get my niece, she knows how to use a camera to film this or take these pictures. And it's just like, well, would you let your niece do your taxes? You know what I mean? Or would you let your niece do your accounting for your business? Like, no, you wouldn't, because it's that important. And what you need to understand is marketing today online is just as important as doing your fucking taxes.
You have to.
It's almost better. It's almost even better to not have a presence unless you're not doing, like, if you're not doing anything with it. Like if you have an Instagram page,
do it properly.
If you have an Instagram page and you posted one picture last year and you still have the Instagram page, delete your page. Delete your page. Because it looks even worse.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna come to your page and be like, these guys probably went bankrupt last year. Yeah. I'm not fucking hitting these guys up. Right? But like,
what happened? Like what, like, that goes back to what happened.
Yeah.
This company's popping on Instagram.
Yeah.
These guys just stopped. I don't know, for whatever reason, they just stopped. They may be on, you might see them online and doing stuff, but they're not posting and they're not active.
But picture this. Imagine SunnyLea without you and it was just your dad.
Yeah.
Okay? Sooner or later, he's gonna be like, I gotta fucking retire, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then there's no brand being made while he's doing this. And then at the end of it, he comes to you and he says, here's SunnyLea.
Yeah, figure it out.
Have a blast.
Yeah.
And let's say that's 3-4 years from now. And you're like, fuck. All the clients are gone. All my dad's clients are gone. All the contracts are gone. What the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And that's the point where you're like, well, I have this online now for 3 years and this is bringing me constant business. And now I can even treat my current clients better, my current contracts. I can show them we rebranded this, that, we're taking a modern take on it. We're doing all these collaborations. Imagine someone that's not in that position.
Right.
And they're just like, company, okay, I'm retired, it's done. And they pass it off to someone that has no brand online. Imagine you got that in 2 years from now and you have no brand online. You're gonna be like, I fucking wish I started this 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Because by then, your industry will be tapped in. Your industry will be tapped into social media by then.
Yeah.
But now they're not.
Well, it's slowly starting out.
Slowly,
We're seeing it
because it's younger people
taking over or partnering up and stuff like that, right? 100%. But I think even just taking that step to be like, yo, let's have a social presence, especially like, again, in an industry that you're in, it just shows like initiative. It shows that you guys are trying to move into the new age, right?
Yeah.
And even that, just from like a potential consumer perspective,
you're already ahead.
Is like, I want to use those guys because they're looking to take the next step in business. And, I can look at that and say, oh shit, they're trying to come online and they're trying to, do what other companies aren't doing in their industry. Who knows what other approaches they're doing even in the actual work or the service that's already ahead of their competition, right?
Exactly.
Like I'm choosing you guys every time for that, every time for that. And the couple thousand more, the couple thousand less, whatever, to, from a consumer perspective, I'm not going to care about that.
And that comes exactly when you have you're a consumer and you're looking for someone. I know going in, you're interviewing for different guys for the same job.
Exactly.
Same job.
Yeah.
So why me?
Yeah.
Right? Are you choosing me because I'm the cheapest? I don't want to be known as because I'm
you
the
don't want to be
cheapest
that guy.
You don't want to be that guy. You're choosing me because I back up my quality and craftsmanship. It's bar none. And you're hiring me because I have innovative ideas that other people don't. Yeah. And my name.
Yeah. You
know me and I'm familiar, or same with the other guy. Why that guy?
Yeah.
Right? We're the same price. We gave you quotes. We give you a price on the same job, the same price. So why are you choosing me over this guy for the same?
Yeah.
Right.
And these are the reasons right now. Did you see the work he did with Property Brothers? Yo, Marino's such a nice guy. I like working with him. All those things.
Exactly.
Did you see shit online? Did you see that bathroom we did yesterday that he posted? Let me share it with you quick.
It's the whole thing.
There you go.
It's the whole thing.
All those things.
And that goes back to brand, and it goes back to the same thing that, and as stupid as it may sound to some people, or maybe they wouldn't agree with it, is that you build that brand online, like you can charge more. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like,
It's because
if you have a strong brand online, it's like what I was just saying. You have a strong brand online, SunnyLea Homes, killing it, Property Brothers, this, that, beautiful video content, beautiful photo content, consistent, the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. And now you go quote a job, and one guy comes in 10,000 less than you, because you have all that stuff on social media backed up, that when they're sitting down with the two quotes in
they're
front of
saying,
each
why am I
other,
spending?
why is this guy 10,000 more than Eddie for that I found from a street sign? Okay, hold on. Can we see Eddie's work?
Let's compare.
No, yeah, we can't.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do I find Eddie's work? I can't find it. But Marino and SunnyLea Homes. Yeah, honey, come here. Let's look. Let's look at their Instagram and look at the hundreds of fucking houses they built and stuff like that. I'm choosing you for even the 10,000. I'm still choosing you. See what I mean? So build that brand. You can charge more for your service, charge more for your
100%.
product. Even if other people are willing to do it for less,
Yeah.
you've built the trust, right? And especially in your industry, brand. I think brand for you equals trust.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. It's like a no-brainer, right? But again, super hard for people to understand. It's an older...
It's crazy because so many people will make their decisions online, like decide what to buy or decide what restaurant to go to or decide what renovation company to use. But when it comes to their own business, they don't believe that works.
Yeah, they're scared.
It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. Someone will literally buy something on a fucking e-commerce store and turn around and say, yeah, but this won't work for my business.
Yeah.
Why?
No, exactly.
But why not? You can target so many different things. You, for example, you're just trying to get brand awareness. You want more people to know SunnyLea and know why they're the best.
Yeah.
Right? People have different goals. Some people want to just sell shit right away. Right? Some people just want to make cool, whatever it may be. But like, it's crazy because people will literally act and do it and engage with that kind of stuff and turn around and say, yeah, but that wouldn't work for my business. So I feel like at this point, it's kind of like you have to do it to know.
Yeah.
Because I've tried to convince people at times and it's like, they know, but they don't believe it fully or they don't want to do the work. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's that weird place in the industry right now where people know the value of it, but still won't do it. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, because also understand something like, digital marketing, it's kind of a new expense for a lot of businesses, right? Whereas like we'll keep going back to construction, it's where you guys are. Before your marketing expense it wasn't that much because it was just like, hey, we print a couple flyers, a couple fucking signs, we put them up and we see what happens and we'll get business that way. So, that expense is probably super cheap, just printing on paper, whatever, right? Now, 2-3 times that expense, they're like, for what, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, bro? 5 years ago, or for the last 5 years, I've just been printing flyers. It cost me fucking $200, $150 from the guy on Wilson.
The classic response is that like, we don't need it or we're doing fine without it. Or I've met so many people that have been like, yeah, but like we're good without it. And I'm just like you don't want to do better? You don't want to you don't want to make more money, you don't want to have a better brand, you don't want to have a more trustworthy brand, a bigger network. Like, no.
Okay, hold on. Just because I'm curious. It's crazy. And I'm sure a lot of people would love to know. Property Brothers. Yeah. Break that down, please, because I still don't know if I know the full story, but how'd that come to be? Because that's huge for you guys.
Yeah. So super fortunate we've been able to. We started SunnyLea Homes last year, and we've did 5 episodes in the following winter.
Wow, that's amazing.
Fall to winter, summer going into winter, we wrapped up the 5 episodes.
Okay.
And another show called Say My Reno.
Nice.
So they're also on HGTV. And
I watched that one.
Yeah.
That one was funny.
So Property Brothers, way back, maybe 3-4 years ago, they called us to do 2 episodes from the old company.
Okay.
To do
this was Carrick Homes.
Carrick Homes, buying and selling.
Okay.
And I was working as a laborer back then. So my dad would be the one they called my dad, hey, would you like to work on a project? Because of the name. The name has been around since 1975, and that's what a lot of people value.
Yeah, of course.
The name. Of course. You've been around since this long.
You're doing something right.
You've been around, and you've been through the 90s. You've been through the 90s where all the troubles of the economy were going back in, 2008, all this stuff.
Yeah.
You've been through everything.
Yeah.
Right? So they called my dad and they said, hey, like, we want to do a couple episodes. So we did a couple episodes. We had a great time. And it was good. They went out. They came out very nice. So they found out. They called my dad. They called my dad because of his reputation.
For sure.
And say, hey, do you want to come out and see a couple jobs? It started off with 1 job. And we did 1 job. And then as we were doing the project, hey, want to see another 2 jobs? So, okay, we'll see another 2 jobs. While we're filming the first job, they asked us to see 2 more. So we did two another one. So we only thought we were going to do 3.
Okay.
So we completed 3, and then they called us again, and they said, "Hey, do you want to come to see 2 more jobs?" And I'm like, "Sure. We're brand new. We don't have business. We need business."
Yeah, it's amazing.
We did 2 more jobs at the same time. Insane schedule that these guys have.
Yeah,
Loved working for them. Drew and Jonathan are the nicest of people.
Awesome.
But the schedule is unbelievable, and being able to fulfill those requests on a timeline.
Well, you were saying 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks per job?
6 weeks on a 6. Some are 6, some are 8, but most were 6.
Yeah.
You're doing a full main floor reno.
Yeah,
crazy.
And so you got to make sure, and that's what this comes back to the very beginning when I'm talking about when I call someone, they're going to deliver.
Yeah.
Who's gonna make a custom kitchen in 2 weeks and then deliver it?
It's the respect factor.
Measure and install it. Our guys are.
Yeah.
Who's gonna measure the countertop and install it, cut it and install it 2 days later?
Yeah.
Because we need this for the show, or else we're toast.
Yeah.
Or else they lose money because they got to book camera guys and all this stuff. It's crazy.
Everything's on a crazy schedule.
All crazy schedule. Labor is working on Monday. I'm working because I need to get this job done. I'm under pressure. So you know what? I'm putting on my construction boots and I'm on the site. I'm like, what are we doing? Let's get this done.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here to get the job done. And which is I think is different between some people who just run a business admin versus I'm going to sell you the job, but I'm going to pass you to Marino who does only project management.
See you later.
Yeah.
We do both.
You're part of it from start to finish.
I'm selling you the job and I'm holding your hand because you as a homeowner want the job done. And I feel like
for me, lots of money.
Exactly. And they appreciate it when it's the same person throughout the entire thing. They don't like being passed to people.
Because you have to explain yourself all over again.
Exactly. I'm going to be your new contact from now on. No. Marino, you contact me. My guys are going to be on the job. You contact me for anything you need.
Yeah, anything. Yeah, I'm still here. Like I didn't just leave you high and dry.
Yes. No, I introduced myself when I first saw the job, and I'm leaving with a great rapport with the client, with our new client that we just completed a job 100%. For. So that's why, too, with the Property Brothers and with our crew, that
they loved you guys.
Everything works because we're family.
Yeah,
we're family.
Huge.
I'll help you. You're gonna help me. It's trust. They trust you, and I trust them with everything.
And that's been the biggest thing for us too. We've always approached it with a family approach. Anything we've ever done. So I think that goes a long way, and people respect that.
Yeah, it's also important because you could have just done one episode of Property Brothers and said, "Oh, we did Property Brothers. Let's use this to get all our other clients now." But you focused on your current client too, which is Property Brothers, made them extremely happy, ongoing, not just one time, not just 2 times, and you've created that trust with them where for them to not use you again is going to be a huge hassle.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're, like you said, it's family oriented. They're used to seeing you, your dad. They know the process. They know you'll get it done.
They're family too. They're brothers. They're family too.
Yeah.
Right?
So it took time, and you took care of that relationship was very important. A lot of people, when they get a client like that has a big name, they'll just be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we did the job. Show everyone, and let's use that to get all these clients." Yeah. And it's just like, no, focus on that one because that's huge, right? Like, so it's important that you did that, and I think a lot of people need to see how important that is, and not so much how many clients you're getting, but the type of clients you have and how happy they are with
service
you.
The ones you
There's some huge companies that have 3 clients.
Yeah.
But it's because they're happy with them and they give them so much money and they only have to focus on those 3, right? They're not worried about, let's hit 5,000 clients this year.
It's quality over quantity.
Exactly.
You could have, I have 25 clients, but are they happy?
Yeah.
That's what it matters. Are they happy?
You could have 2 clients, but are they happy?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Are they happy?
Yeah.
Are they those 2 clients can refer me to, I'm going to do a bathroom for this client. I'm going to make sure I throw all my care, my work into this job, make sure it's done professionally and everything, because they could call their friend. I want an addition. Yeah. You don't know that.
Yeah. You have no idea.
But you have to go through it like it's.
You have to do it anyways.
Because you want that report. And the transformation, seeing a happy client couldn't be more of a satisfying feeling.
Yeah, especially because you guys working in such a family oriented industry.
Because you're going to their home. It's so personal.
So personal.
You're letting me into their home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you trust me with your home. That means the world.
100%.
Right?
And if they leave happy, that works wonders for you guys, I'm sure. Listen, I have a question, and we usually ask this way earlier.
Okay.
The podcast is the MBH podcast, Money Buys Happiness.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that statement? Everyone has a different answer, so don't be afraid. Go at it. Whatever your thoughts. I'm just curious.
My opinion is that I think that to be the idea of success is what are you doing that makes you happy?
Okay.
What are you doing that makes you happy, and how is it translating into a cash flow, and how are you turning into a business? Because when you're working and you're doing something that makes you happy, you're not working.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So the money that you're making is making you happy. What you're doing is your hobby is a career.
Yeah.
And who would not want that?
Yeah.
That's the goal.
100%.
People work their jobs, but some people are happy and some people are not. I'm fortunate. I love what I'm doing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's huge.
So what I'm doing and the money that I get, it makes me happy. I get happiness from what I do.
Yeah.
And I love it, and I will keep doing it, and I want to grow. I have ideas I want to in the future, that I have plans, and 4-year plans, 2-year plans, 6-year plans, 10-year plans of how I see SunnyLea Homes growing into. And if I'm able to fulfill it, and I'm able to have a great process in doing so and executing my plan, that's going to make me happy.
And I'm sure all those plans probably involve you spending some money.
Exactly.
So that's kind of where we got it from.
Yeah.
That's kind of our side of the way that we always looked at it. It wasn't like, necessarily this $1 bill or this $100 bill necessarily buys you happiness. No, that's such a broad term, but it was more of the sense of when we thought of this was just like, hey, in our industry, what we do is kind of what you're saying, right? Like, we love what we do, and what we do does bring in cash flow, and we want to grow our business. And in order for us to do that, we need to make more money. Yeah. So that's kind of where we got the correlation of it.
Right? It's very business related.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like, sorry, I'm blanking out here.
No, look, at the end of the day,
if
you're watching this or you're listening in, it's because you want to know more about business, different types of business, how people got to where they did and whatnot. And right. So if this is what you're interested in, it's because you want to grow your business, and growing business does include making more money. It's the only way to grow.
Yeah. And spending it, right?
And spending it, right? So that's kind of the way, when we came up with this, we knew it was like, people would look at it as very obnoxious or this or that. And we're kind of just like, listen, it's not meant to be that way. It's more of just like a business thing. And if you're interested in growing your business, that means making more money, right?
Even like you said, like seeing the person's face at the end. You didn't do that thing for free. No. You didn't renovate for free.
I didn't.
It cost $50,000, $60,000, $70,000.
I have bills to pay.
But that brought them happiness in that moment.
Yeah.
They're probably thinking, holy fuck, I would never have the money to do this.
And we're not saying it's forever. It's not happiness forever.
And they're probably looking around saying, thank God this happened to me. I would never have this money to do this renovation. And then you're looking at that and you're like, money just bought that person happiness for that split second or that 10 minutes or that 2 days that they were really happy about it.
That I put it in the right pot. They give my money to the right person to do my job.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. And we look at it that way, and we also look at it in the way of how are you investing in your company, right? In your business, right? We've spent a lot of money here at this business and for other companies as well and other clients, and we've seen that transform into them being, that owner being happy, or that brand being happy, or their team being, you see what I'm saying? So that's a big thing that people have to realize. And it's not even about the exact amount too. If someone says, I only have $10 to open up a fucking company, a drop shipping company or whatever. Okay, build your own website, learn how to do it, and then use that $10 for ads.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not about how much money. I'm not saying go spend all your money or only spend $5. It's more just about, in that moment, how you can spend that money can reflect your happiness.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we're trying to explain to people. We're not saying that money can buy you fucking happiness and everything.
No, yeah.
But in business, if you spend the money on the right things in this generation that we're in, you will see happiness. Like that's a no-brainer to me.
One thing I'll say too is that from a business perspective, if you're not from you as a person, but from a business, if you're the same person 5 years ago till now, you're doing something wrong.
Of course. And that's a thing too.
You need to grow. You need to keep growing.
Yeah, man,
and that's the thing too. A lot of people, I'd say like a couple of years ago, they were always just like, oh, like you shouldn't, like people don't change and this don't change. If you're not changing, like, what are you doing? You have to, right? Yeah. If you're staying the same in that 5 years, like you said, whether you're staying the same in a social aspect or the way you spend your money or the way you look at things, like 5 years, it's going to take you that's a lot, right? Like 5 years, you're going to miss out on a lot, right? So we're trying to convince people and explain to people why marketing is so important in different industries, right? So, and I love your industry and I love using it as an example because the content you can get is amazing.
It's great.
The type of collaborations and partnerships, your industry, you have the capability to work with fucking hundreds of different companies if you wanted to, just based on people giving you material, people giving you this, maybe there's a whatever. But all that is very important when you're growing because little things can help you grow. Not so much getting a client. Maybe you have such a cool page where a big charity comes to you and says, I want you guys part of this. Your brand's really cool. I want you guys part of this home expo charity that we're doing or something like that. Someone with no social presence will never get that opportunity. Now you go to that expo because of your brand and you just got 10 more clients.
Yeah.
See?
It's crazy.
So it's like this butterfly effect kind of, but you have to start somewhere. And people are either they start and they stop right away or they can't gather up the courage to start at all.
Yeah.
Well, I think you nailed it, man. Whether it's a business perspective or a personal perspective, if you or your business, like if I'm the same person I was 5 years ago and I haven't seen you in 5 years and you see me today and I'm the same guy, there's an issue.
Yeah.
I haven't grown and that's a huge problem. You know what I mean? And that can translate into business.
That's okay though.
And it's okay.
You just gotta realize, you're getting that realization.
Everyone moves at their own pace.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying, hey man, 5 years, you gotta know your shit, be
No,
on your shit.
no, absolutely not.
But at the same time, if you haven't grown in 5 years, take the time to realize why you haven't and what you can do to grow. And I don't mean grow as in make more money in this. That can mean anything. Grow spiritually, grow more to know who you are as a person and what you love and things like that. It can go in so many ways, but translate that to business. And I'll use neighborhood as an example. If you come today and you walk into our office and you meet us and you hear what we're up to and what we can offer you and whatnot, and 5 years later you walk back into our office and we're offering you the same things, nothing has changed.
No way.
There's a huge issue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's that it's just it's just growth at the end of the day, and that's through so many different avenues and stuff like that. So
and the thing, it's good you brought that up because people see that we're changing because of our online.
well, full circle, yeah.
So it's like, now they're doing it's a full circle, right? So it's so important, and there's so many positives that come out of working on either your brand online or even your personal brand, right? Both those things. There's so much good that comes out of it if you just do it consistently, you do it properly. Well, that like you'll look back on it after 2 years of working on yourself, let's say online. And you look back 2 years and someone's gonna come to you and say, how the fuck do you know all these people? And you're gonna say, wow, the last 2 years have just been going hard. I guess this happened now.
Yeah.
You don't really realize it. If you're doing it to realize a change, you're not gonna see a change.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do your page and look at your followers every day and be like, fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're looking at the wrong thing. Right? You're looking, this is like, you build a brand, you're looking long-term.
100%.
You wanna be the shit in 5 years when everyone's making the decisions online and people wanna go find a company that can renovate their shit. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be the first thing that pops up. Why? Because for the past 5 years, you've been growing it. So even if someone comes to play that day after 5 years, you're ahead of them 5 years.
Yeah.
You're ahead of them.
100%.
And now you've already learned about all these different collaborations and these brands and these people that they're with you now. They trust you. No one's gonna come into them. And no one's gonna come online all of a sudden after 5 years of SunnyLea and be able to take that person from you.
Yeah.
I think a perfect example is, one of our first clients, and we're super grateful for them that they trusted us, was AMG Construction. Huge. They do all the build outs for Starbucks, whatever.
A&W as well.
A&W, really big company. And, they trusted in us in our early days. And their only request was, hey, listen, like, we don't really care if we get business through this or not. This is more of just like when people ask us for our portfolio, we want to have a place to show them what we've done.
Showcase it.
Yeah, because the guy's like, dude, we're building out every Starbucks in Ontario.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how fucking impressive that is?
Yeah.
But we have nowhere to show people that.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I see what you guys are doing, whatever, I'm interested, like, let's do this type of thing. We're like, awesome, that's cool. And he's like, but don't worry, like, if we don't get any business from it, like, that's cool. That's not our main purpose of this. We just want a portfolio. And we explained to him, like, hey, don't worry, if we just keep this consistent, like, you will get it.
It's gonna happen.
You will get business from it. And I don't know how big or small or how big the project or whatever, but let's just kind of see what happens. And I think, what was it, about like 6-7 months in, DM comes through, hey, we want to quote for a custom built home.
Yeah.
Dude, they closed on it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how much profit that is. I know that's
but all the marketing money he just spent was just like,
it's worth it.
He made it back tenfold.
Like I would probably say the number is probably like something like 10 times his money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what
But he wasn't
paid.
even expecting that. And
And
we
that-
weren't
that's the best
out
part.
there trying to get him a custom home. We were just putting good content,
Yeah.
interacting with people that
And
follow
being
him,
consistent.
interacting every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Right? So that 6 months it took.
It's what's good about that too is
Like if I told you as a construction company, you weren't online and I said, hey, listen to me. For the next 6 months, post every day or every other day, consistent, good content. It's clean, it's professional, right? If I said, and that was gonna cost you, I don't know, X amount of dollars, but in 6 months, you're gonna get a custom home. Like, well,
that's a yes.
You say
every
yes.
time.
yeah,
That's,
you know what I mean? It's so.
It's tough.
It's having that old school too, being willing to learn.
Yeah.
And that's what with
Yes.
my dad too.
Yes.
I'm so happy that he
Well, you were just telling us,
I was just
yeah,
telling,
about
I was telling
Instagram.
you earlier that he wanted me. I gave him a full lecture, a breakdown. I felt like I was a professor. Like a breakdown on Instagram, how to use it. Now he's commenting on stuff.
I
He's
love
like,
that,
hey,
man.
I commented on
love that.
And listen,
Siot's page. I did on this and that, and
yeah.
it's great. I love it. I love
Yeah.
that he's willing to learn,
Yeah.
and it makes me happy.
It'll go a long way.
For
Yeah,
that, for
super
that
long way.
generation of people, I feel like they're against Instagram until they're on it and they know. It's just like Facebook. When
Yeah.
Facebook came out, it was all us on it.
Yeah.
Our parents were like, get off that
Get on
shit.
it.
What the? Now it's all,
moved
it's
to-
all
we
our,
moved
it's
and
our
they're
parents.
there.
It's our parents, our grand. I just told you, my grandfather's on Facebook all day. So Instagram's gonna take that step next.
Yeah.
And it's important that they even realize that, hey, there's nothing bad about this. You just have to, you'll actually like it.
Yeah.
If you do it, right? Like,
You know, you want to.
well, yeah, what's sorry, I was like all the way there for a second.
You want to come?
I like the passion though. The passion's there.
Cuddle. You want to
fucking-
come closer, man? It's cool with that. I can cuddle.
I just lost my train of thought.
Listen, this is what it comes down to, and I'm sure you will agree. Doesn't matter what fucking industry you're in, but especially the cool thing for construction is there's not a lot of businesses doing
Construction,
it.
real estate.
Construction, real estate. Oh, real estate
estate,
estate's
no,
more.
real estate,
Real estate's
they're-
more, but construction
it's very saturated.
is a perfect one.
Yeah.
Not many people are taking advantage of it. Not many businesses are taking advantage of the capabilities of marketing what you guys do
Mm-hmm.
online. So the fact that you guys are doing it already and have been doing it now for a year is huge. And any company that's thinking about it, just fucking do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, and I know you'd be an advocate for it. Go out there, be professional about it, but be consistent because business will come through. But don't think of it for that purpose. See it, I think, from a construction point of view, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Even if at the beginning for the first 6 months to a year, even a year and a half, it's just a portfolio thing.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
It's a
We're at that
portfolio.
stage still too.
Yeah.
We're still at
Yeah.
that stage.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's getting activity. It's getting people knowing where you are.
You're
it's
noticing.
putting it on your website because people are looking on your website.
Yes.
He has an Instagram.
Yeah.
Let's go here. Let's do this. Like it all wraps everything on digitally.
Like-
they're together. They all relate to each other. You have your Pinterest. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's on a different platform. You have your
Yeah.
house account. It's the same
They
thing.
they all appeal to different targets. Some mutual targets, but mostly different.
But the thing is that now when there's a young couple with some younger kids or an older couple with some younger kids, whatever, they can say, hey, Steven, Jessica, whatever, we're thinking of using these guys, but they have an Instagram. Can you pull it up even if they don't have it? Can you pull it up on yours? Like I want to
now
see
the
what
kids
their
like, oh,
Instagram-
they have Instagram. Let's use them.
Yeah. And right away you've like won that side of it, right?
Yeah.
So it's just a no-brainer, but you know, that's
And you have like a double whammy going on because you are not only being active and realizing how important content is, but your content is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. So you'll
Yeah.
see
Appreciate
a
that.
lot of different contractors and stuff like that are going hard on Instagram. It's like a younger kid or someone like us, right? You could see them going hard and they're being pretty consistent, but the content's not there now. And you're like, oh fuck, you almost had everything,
Yeah.
right? You almost had the whole. But there's steps to it, obviously. Too.
Yeah.
You're fortunate to spend budget on it. A lot of people aren't, obviously, but the fact that you can get quality content and be active right away is amazing.
But there's a
because some
thing-
people when they start, they're like, okay, we'll start with our content.
Yeah.
And then we can finally, eventually, which is okay, it happens. Like, not everyone has money to create their own content in crazy ways, but I think it's great that you have that. You have both.
Yeah.
If you're also to, I'll say, if you're in a business, you always have to have, doesn't matter what you project your income to be
Yeah.
and as a business coming in, you always have to save a budget for marketing. doesn't matter what it is, a percentage. It could be high, low, because anything is going to help.
Yeah.
And then as you make more money, you can increase your budget, but you always have to set aside that budget. Your
I had this conversation.
Your rent, you have your rental expense that has to pay. My marketing expense, I have to pay that because I have to pay for my website management. I have to pay for my Google ads. I got to pay for my Instagram management. I have to pay for my social media, all my social media, my photos, my pictures getting taken, all that stuff. I need to set that aside because that is just as important as paying my rent.
Exactly.
Dude, I had a conversation with one of my buddies who's he's recently started up like a landscaping outdoor type of thing.
Yeah.
And I said to him, like, listen, when you're budgeting out your job and you're looking at your profits at the end of it, I said, like, start taking a small, for now, because you're a new business, start taking a small piece of that and putting that to a marketing thing. So instead of saying, hey, instead this job I'm taking home $3,000 in my pocket, I'm gonna take $2,200 or $2,500. I'm taking $500 of that, and then I'm putting that towards marketing the project that I just did. Now, whether that be coming in and getting professional photos, professional pictures, or taking my own pictures, but now running ads against that picture in that area. So I'm trying to explain to them, hey, dude, just because you're in construction doesn't mean you have to market.
Yeah.
And so when you're looking at your profits at the end, take out a little chunk there instead of saying, hey, fuck the $500 I was gonna go to buy shoes for myself or buy my girlfriend a purse.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, let me take this $500 and put it towards making new business. And that's kind of the thing that I think a lot of newer businesses need to understand is, and you nailed it, is create a marketing budget because it's that important. You know what I mean?
I learned it from Tony Robbins. I'm sure you're familiar with him.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Treat it. He brings it up more of a personal perspective, but you apply it to business. You treat it as a tax. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
You have to pay this.
Yes, exactly.
You take that money out and that percentage, it doesn't matter how, it could be 1% of your income. As long as you set it and you take it aside and you like, I have to pay this no matter what it is, no matter how much money you make, treat it as a tax, a mandatory tax. And that personal,
yeah, like you're making it like a mandatory thing.
Yeah.
That it's like no matter what, I know at the end of the year, the month, the week, whatever, I got to put X amount of dollars towards my marketing.
Yeah.
And whether that's a personal brand, a business, it's the same thing. And so the way that I did that was I said, hey, buddy, look at it to my friend, I said, look at it per job. As a per job basis, if you thought you were taking home $4,000 on that job, now you're only taking $3,000 or you're taking $3,500. Or if you were making $10,000 profit on that job, now you're only making $8,000. Make it mandatory.
Yeah.
Because the more you do that, the more you're gonna be able to grow everything, right?
You'll be able to grow that profit later on.
Yeah,
you're gonna
get that.
You're gonna get that job because you're gonna be getting long term. You're gonna be getting more money.
Everything we're talking about is for people who are thinking long term.
Yes.
If you're not thinking long term,
this isn't for you.
Then this isn't for you. You know what I mean? If you're
you
just
can't have
looking at
blinders
that
on.
quick dollar,
You can't be a horse with blinders on.
Yeah, that's it, man, and that's it. But you know, in the marketing world, and we see it all the time. Hundreds and thousands of people have walked through our doors and been like, okay, so if I invest, you guys are telling me it's going to cost this much. How much am I going to make back in return? And we're just
that's when I just get up.
Yeah, that's when we're just like, all right, you know what, buddy? Like, you know, we play it out. We're like,
it's different if you're selling a product and you have a goal of certain sales to hit. Okay, that's different because then you're just directing ads to get sales. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no brand involved. There is brand involved behind the scenes. You better have a good brand if you're trying to sell that much. Number one. But if you have a certain budget and you're like, I want to use this to try and make this much back. That's more like clothing, accessories, stuff that's easier to do. But you still need a good brand.
You still need the brand.
But you can have goals where it's like, I want to make this much money. We still don't like talking about that because I don't like guaranteeing people something that might not happen.
We've never done that.
No, but also too, like, you need to reconcile how you did.
Yeah.
Why did I not make this much money?
Yeah.
But is there a reason why?
Yeah.
Did I pay this guy too much money? Like, what is the actual reason?
And
once you break that down, you apply that to the next job, and you're going to make that money back.
Yeah. And you can look at
learn from why you didn't make that much money.
You look at that long term though. It's not like you do it after a week. You check out one video, you're like, okay, how much I sold on this, and you're like, nothing. But if you look after a year and you're like, we did all this content, but we got these 2 jobs actually from our email or our website, so it worked.
Yeah.
So it worked, and our brand's growing. You'll know. I won't know about SunnyLea. I can know certain things about SunnyLea if people are knowing more about it, but you'll know you guys are growing because more people will be engaging with you, talking to you about it, asking you questions. Mm-hmm. So important.
Like I said, there's numbers on Instagram, there's likes, comments, whatever. And sure, to some people those matter, but the most important ones are impressions and reach. How many people have seen the content you've spent, you've spent money on? So that's where it goes a long way. But I guess maybe to end this off, because we're fucking on a tangent here, and we could probably go forever on this.
I could go forever.
If I'm a new contractor or I'm new to any type of construction business, what marketing advice would you give to me? And we can end it on that. I think that's super important.
If you're starting out brand new, create an identity, create a niche that you want to target.
Okay.
If you're brand new, you want to be specializing in something. We're fortunate enough where we can do bathrooms. We know we can do everything, and people trust us that we do this. But if you're basements, these guys do basements, and they make the perfect basement.
Yeah.
So target that niche.
Yeah.
Target the niche.
Okay.
All these subdivisions that are being built, they're all unfinished basements, right? Target that. Or look at something, look at competition, write a list of competition, write what they're specializing in, why they're specializing in that, why they're doing that, and analyze and create a designation for yourself.
Okay, so now I've built a brand. I'm Anthony's Basements, and I know, okay, cool, these are the people I want to target. Now, and I've made an Instagram, but I haven't posted anything. Now what do I do?
Like you're like you made an Instagram, you don't post anything, or you haven't.
Yeah, I've paid and I've built my thing. I have my brand Anthony's Basements, and I have an Instagram, but it's empty.
No one knows Anthony's Basements.
Yeah,
you have to. You have to tell people why you're the best.
Yeah.
You have to tell them because no one knows you, right? No one trusts you.
Okay.
Yeah. No, you're brand new. You need to be networking like crazy. You need to go head down, talk to a bunch of people, suppliers even. Go to suppliers. Hey, I'm brand new and I know I do this, I know to do that. Go to all your create a supplier list. Get a group of people that you can trust and talk to, and then who knows? Hey, this guy came in, he needs a basement done. Boom. Go to subdivision. A lot of subdivision, or a real estate agent who's responsible to the subdivision, and because all the basements will be unfinished. They're not finished. You talk to them. Hey, I know I can do this. I could do this. I could do this. You talk to them. Get in the heads of people. Make people think Anthony's Basements.
Okay.
Ingrain that in the back of their head. And then once you get the job, do the job right.
Yeah.
Make sure you do a damn good job.
It's true.
And
because once you do it, that's going to get referrals.
Yeah.
Referrals is the number one source of business.
Yeah.
Online marketing is the most important thing in the world because you need people, because you're not always going to get referrals because of the timing and stuff like that.
Yeah, they come and go.
But creating that online marketing, people coming to you and doing a good job for them, that's going to branch off. It starts building a tree, right?
Yeah.
Some people might come to you and say, okay, that's all good, but I see you posting content of all your jobs. I don't have any jobs.
Yeah. Now what do I post?
You know what I would say to them? I would say, tell your mom you're about to renovate your own fucking washroom to the T.
Yeah.
And take content of it. Or
Go.
do a free job do a free job for someone.
Do whatever it takes because no one knows what you are. You're going to lose money at the beginning.
Yeah.
You're not going to make money because no one knows who you are. You have to spend everything. You have to spend our marketing campaign. You gotta advertise your Google ads.
Yeah.
So for example, if you're targeting a niche, Anthony's Basements, you're targeting the keywords that are going to be a little cheaper because not everyone is targeting.
Yeah.
Everyone wants basement renovations or all this stuff.
For sure.
Your cheaper words are going to be open because you want all of the basement renovation keywords because your niche is Anthony's Basements.
Yeah.
Right. So once people are looking for a specific basement renovation, they're going to be typing in, starting in more articulate words and I want this, and then your name will come up because you spent that money on marketing. Yeah. You've allocated a budget to that, even though you're not making money at first. Once you get that job, this
goes back to it of Anthony's Basements could have a killer website and some killer content that he just fucking found or made up and you go to him after a week, you go to his profile after a week of him launching, you might think he's been around for 10 years.
Yeah. Right?
I'm serious.
And all it takes is it's that front end.
Yeah.
It's the front end for the long term.
Yeah.
You're just building up and then everything can just fall into place.
Of course.
You're putting everything into place.
For us, and of course you'll agree with this, is that, I'd say in our first year, April 15th will be 1 year for us. In our first year, we've probably done upwards of $50,000 worth of free work. And, whether that was, doing a job completely free for somebody, or throwing in extras for stuff that for jobs that we were getting paid for, but throwing in a lot extra and just eating away at our profits 100%. Like we're making no money on some jobs, but that was just for us to build more content, for us to be posting more consistently, for people to see us and be like, holy fuck, these guys are so busy. And in our heads, we're like, holy fuck, we made no money on that job, but it doesn't matter. We've 100,000 people have seen it, and that's 100,000 people who might use us for other services. So I think for construction, exactly like he's saying, go and renovate your basement.
Do your basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, listen, like for us, for example, like let's say we're coming across a time where we don't have too much content to share or stuff to put out there or anything different. We'll do shit like throw an event. And people look at us and they're like, oh, these guys are throwing an event. They're making so much money. We're losing money.
We've lost money.
Number one, we're losing money when we throw an event.
Yeah, man.
Number two, our only care about that is, first of all, bringing all our network together in person finally, after all this online stuff in between. Now we're in person.
Yeah.
The second most important part is the content.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a party, so we have a video from the party.
Yeah.
I'm not
And
throwing
some
the party
pics.
so I can go party.
Yeah.
But I will, because it's better that way. But those are the type. That's how much we sacrifice shit for content.
But you know
see
why
what I'm
you're
saying?
doing it. You know you're gonna lose. Like you're not gonna make your break even, for example, whatever. But you know the reason why you're doing that is because your long-term goal
It's always long-term.
is to build off that.
Yeah.
Oh, I met this, because you didn't. Your party or whatever, you didn't make as much money, or you lost money, for example. You're looking at it because I'm going to make money from throwing the party. That party is going to make me money, not because I lost money from that party, right?
Yeah, of course.
And that's what the blinder mentality is. Oh, I lost
It's
money.
all that. It's staying relevant, staying in people's minds. You throw a party and we bring all our clients and our friends and everyone has this good taste in their mouth where it's like, I love when these guys do this.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, first of all, they're creating content. They're consistently creating content. Not only that, but they're actually giving us an experience now too. So for us, we look at it like, okay, we lost money, but it made up for it with all that other stuff.
Yeah.
That's intangible though. You can't look at that and say
100%.
how much money, how much dollars did that bring in? We'll never know.
Yeah.
We just keep doing it because we know it works. See what I'm saying? So same thing for you guys is it's taking that person who might have just started. If I was a person like that and now I got to compete with you, I would start doing free jobs.
Yeah.
And just
Or
to get
just enough to break even.
not to make a
That's what I
client,
mean.
not to learn the trade for the content.
Yeah.
It's like
Do your basement 4 different times. Like do
your basement. Change the lights in your house.
Be
Do
innovative.
something.
Your ideas. People are paying you for your ideas. People want to work with you because you have ideas that other people don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Innovation. And that's all went back full circle to the fact that you're even online showing that. It's innovative and people are going to love that, right?
And just like that, you have a strong brand. It equals to something as small as this. We sat down with you now.
Yeah.
Now this is creating content for yourself, your brand, our personal brands. And that happens because we looked at your brand and we're like, yo, that's sick. He's doing the right things. We think at least that we've done. And that's why we want to have you on. We think it's a successful brand, successful company. And we like you.
Thanks.
You see,
Well,
but like,
you're making me blush.
But by trade, you're a contractor.
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing on a podcast talking to us? Right? You see what I'm saying? Like, doesn't matter. You're you, and your brand is you, and that's it, right? So I think that people need to start realizing the effects of taking care of their social, because it's not just about the client, you're getting a client or that job or your service at all.
100%.
As long as people know you and your brand, they'll come to you, right? So
listen,
thanks for coming on board, man.
I appreciate having you, man. Honestly,
beautiful day out too.
Yeah, fuck, it's beautiful, but. I'm gonna hop out the window in a second, but appreciate having you, man. You're absolutely killing it.
Thank
you. You know,
we enjoy working with you as well. Like
always.
Your content shoots are always fun for us because it's something different that we can show people too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That's why we love working with you and love showcasing your work too, which you know we do as well, right?
Makes it easy. I don't have to think, hey, I'm gonna call you guys, do it. That's it.
So now we have a process now
Just
too.
tell me how much it is. That's it.
Now we have an easy process too, right?
20K.
We've been working with each other and we come with a cool process. Like me and him work back and forth and we figured out this whole shoot. It's booked in an hour. And he doesn't have to worry about nothing.
But
right? So
again, thank you for being on.
Yeah,
that. I really appreciate it. You're killing it. Keep doing what you're doing. A lot of people can learn from you, and your business and what you guys are up to. So we'll have the ads up above at SunnyLea Homes, at Marino Scopoletti,
M Scopoletti.
It'll be up there. At Anthony Scopoletti, at Ernesto Gaida, at the MBH podcast. Shout out my guy Dean on the camera on the ones and twos.
Tabs, I see you.
At Dean, shout out Tabs on the
Tabs better be ready.
on the fucking audio.
coming.
We'll have his ad up there as well. Stay tuned. Next episode coming.
Yes, sir.
Real quick.
Money don't get everything is true.